Hello everybody. Standard 10. Subject Social Science. Today we are going to start a new chapter, and that is chapter number 8, Natural Resources, session number 1. In today's particular session, the topics on which we are going to do the discussion are introduction of the chapter, uses of resources, and types of resources. At an introduction stage, as we know that the human life is full of needs and wants, and in order to satisfy these different desires, needs, and wants, we need lots of resources. So, human needs can be satisfied partially or completely through the different types of resources. And these resources are available to us from the nature. There are thousands of elements in the nature, but we can't call all of them resource. जो भी हमें नेचर से मिल रहा है, that we cannot consider as a resource. हम हर एक एलिमेंट्स को या हर एक नेचुरल एलिमेंट्स को रिसोर्स नहीं कह सकते. वाई? क्योंकि इन ऑर्डर टू गेट रिसोर्स एलिमेंट शुड हैव सम बेसिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, एंड विच आर दे? Those elements can be called resource only when these are utilized by the man through his spatial knowledge and expertise. In order to become a resource, है ना, a element should be used by the man. कि कोई भी नेचुरल एलिमेंट अगर ह्यूमन बीइंग यूज करते हैं अपना नॉलेज लगाकर, उनके पास जो डिफरेंट स्किल या टैलेंट है उसका यूज करके, अगर वो किसी नेचुरल एलिमेंट का इस्तेमाल करके अपनी कोई ज़रूरत पूरी कर रहे हैं, इन दैट केस वो जो नेचुरल एलिमेंट है वो हमारे लिए रिसोर्स कहलाएगा. इन अदर वर्ड्स, द थिंग्स ऑन विच मैन इज डिपेंडेंट मीन्स नेचर से मिलने वाली वो चीज़ें जिस पर हम डिपेंडेंट है. ह्यूमन नीड्स कैन बी फुलफिल्ड बाय देम, and man has the physical and intellectual capacity to utilize them, that can be called as a resource. So first thing, the element should be available from the nature. Second, a human must be dependent on that element. Third, a human has a power or a skill to utilize that resources by using his expertise, by using his knowledge, by using his mental ability. With that, if he is able to satisfy his wants, needs with a particular natural element, then that element can be called as a natural resource. तो इसका ये मतलब हुआ शॉर्ट में कि नेचर से मिलने वाली हर एक चीज रिसोर्स नहीं है तो तब है जब ह्यूमन उसे अपने नॉलेज और स्किल के थ्रू अपनी जरूरत पूरी करने के लिए इस्तेमाल करे तो वो रिसोर्स कहलाएगा. इन दिस वे, एनीथिंग विच इज यूज्ड टू फुलफिल द ह्यूमन नीड्स बिकम अ रिसोर्स. इंसानों की जो भी ज़रूरत है उसे पूरी करने के लिए अगर नेचुरल एलिमेंट का इस्तेमाल हुआ तो वो रिसोर्स है, नहीं हुआ तो नहीं है. As we know that in ancient era, the man did not know about the minerals buried within the land. So these were not resource at that particular moment. जब तक ह्यूमन में ये स्किल और नॉलेज डेवलप नहीं हुआ था कि अर्थ के लोअर लेयर्स में से भी डिफरेंट मिनरल्स अवेलेबल है और उनका इस्तेमाल भी अपनी डिफरेंट ज़रूरतें पूरी करने के लिए हो सकता है, तो जब तक वो नॉलेज नहीं था तब तक वो रिसोर्स नहीं था. बट एज सून एज वी डेवलप द skill, knowledge, and ability to utilize those buried resources in order to satisfy our needs, they are considered as a resource. जैसे ही हमने उसका इस्तेमाल करना शुरू किया अपने नॉलेज को इस्तेमाल करके अपनी ज़रूरतें पूरी करने के लिए, वो सभी क्या कहलाए जाने लगे? नेचुरल रिसोर्स. But today, these are extremely useful due to their utility and the developed techniques of mining. The natural resources should have both the virtue of utility and capability to work. Virtue of utility means that resource must have a power or a capacity to satisfy the human wants. कुछ एलिमेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं कि वो हमें रिसोर्स तो लगेंगे पर वो हमारी कोई ज़रूरत पूरी नहीं कर पाएंगे. देन इन दैट केस दे आर नॉट रिसोर्स. तो दो कंडीशन ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि वो नेचुरल एलिमेंट में अपनी या तो ह्यूमन बींग्स की वांट्स को सेटिस्फाई करने की कैपेसिटी होनी चाहिए और दूसरा उसमें उसके थ्रू हम अपना कोई भी काम कंप्लीट करवाने के लिए कैपेबल होने चाहिए. द रिसोर्सेज आर मेड ऑफ द इंटरेक्शंस ऑफ द थ्री, दैट इज नेचर, मैन एंड कल्चर. कि वॉट एवर रिसोर्सेज आर अवेलेबल है ना, दैट कैन बिकम अ important with the interaction of three things, that is a nature, man and culture. Nature will provide the resources or a natural elements. The human, by using the culture, means his knowledge, ability, intellectual capacity, will utilize those resources or a natural element and use those natural elements for satisfying various needs as a resource. The uses of resources can be categorized into three. As we know, the resources are useful to us in many ways because nature has gifted humans with lots of natural elements, and many of them, with our knowledge, the humans are using as a resource. And over the period of time, as the human civilization got developed, जैसे जैसे human civilization develop हुई, हमारा knowledge बढ़ा, हमने साइंस और इनोवेशन का इस्तेमाल करना शुरू किया, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नेचुरल एलिमेंट्स को आज हम रिसोर्सेज के रूप में यूज़ कर रहे हैं. फ्रॉम एक्टिविटीज़ फ्रॉम द एग्रीकल्चर टू इंडस्ट्रीज, अल्टीमेटली द ऑल द एक्टिविटी डिपेंड्स ऑन अ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज. Resources what we are using that can be used as a food, as a source of raw material for the industrial sectors, and resources as a energy. So let's discuss all these one by one. So the first one is resources as a food. As we know, since the ancient era, we were totally dependent on a natural resources to satisfy our requirement of food. In the beginning, the fruits, vegetables, roots were the prime source of food. Over the period of time, humans started hunting and the meat and flesh of the animal became the source of the food. As the nature is providing both the part, plants and animal, right? So our requirement of food is dependent on a nature. So let's see. The various food requirements of man are compiled or satisfied by the various resources. Fruits and vegetables, which are a source of great minerals, proteins, vitamins, etc., that we are getting from nature. Various crops, है ना, about which we have discussed in chapter 10. Different kinds of grains, food grains, coarse grain, pulses, oil seeds, है ना, they are also we are getting from agriculture, and that is we are using as a food. Milk and its product through the domesticated animals. Through milk we are making curd, buttermilk, cheese, butter, paneer, है ना, so they are also an important source of a food. The meat and flesh of animals and all the aquatic animals, we are getting from the sea, ocean, river, pond, fish, crabs. They are also an important source of food for those who are non-vegetarians. Honey prepared by the honey bees, that we are using to get the lots of energy. The honey is also having lots of medicinal property that is provided by the honey bees. So it is also a natural resource. So these way we are using the different elements from the nature in order to satisfy our food requirement. Second one is resource as a raw material. There are lots of raw material we are getting from the agricultural sector. At the same time, lots of mineral ore are also available from the beneath of the earth. They are also used as a industrial inputs. So nature is providing resources which we are using as a raw material. Various goods are obtained from the forest, as we can say the different kind of trees, fruiting vines, wild crop fruits, flowerings, herbs, soil, medicinal roots, etc. Agro products which are used in a agro-based industry or a food processing industry to prepare the packet foods. Wool which we are getting from a different domesticated animals through which the wool fibers are prepared, and from that different woolen clothes are prepared which we are using mostly in a winter or a cold season. Hides and meats, mineral ores, even the leathers are also used for a different purposes to prepare the leather products. These way agro products, wool, hide and meats, mineral ores, we are using as our raw material in lots of different mineral based, metal based and agro based industries. The third one is resources as a energy. Yes, the nature is the biggest source for energy resources. The major resources what we are using in our daily routine life, that includes the coal, petroleum products, gases, that we have got from the nature only as a gift. वो हमें nature से ही gift के रूप में मिला है. But at the same time there are also various different resources which we are using as a energy resources too. So let's see them. We use coal, petroleum products, natural gases as a fuel in industry. At the same time, these all are used as a fuel in our household kitchen requirements also. At the same time, now we know that the day by day over exploitation of these natural resources like coal, petroleum, natural gases leading to the scarcity of this resource, and because of that, with the new invented technology, the human beings have started using the other energy resources available from nature in abundant way, and that includes the solar insolation, windmills, sea waves or tides which is helping to generate the electricity, apps, or you can say the waterfall from where the hydroelectricities are generated. So these are the, you can say, the non-conventional sources of energy what we have learned in a lower class standard 9, so the solar energy, windmill energy, tidal energy, hydroelectricity are the non-conventional sources of energy which we are using since the beginning of the 20th century. These are the best substitute available to us to sort out the crisis of conventional source of energy like coal, petroleum, natural gases. And over the period of time, we will more develop such a technology where we can use solar energy, windmill energy or hydroelectricity. Types of resources. They can be again classified into 3 categories. Resources on the basis of ownership, resources on the basis of reavailability, and resources on the basis of distribution centers. Let's discuss them. On the basis of ownership, the resources can be classified into three. Individual resource means that particular resource किसी भी एक सिंगल पर्सन या एक पर्टिकुलर फैमिली का ही होगा, लाइक लैंड और अ बिल्डिंग और अ हाउस, है ना। आपका जो घर है वो सिर्फ आपके फैमिली के लोग ही इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। आपके घर का जो टीवी है, आपका जो फोर व्हीलर है, टू व्हीलर है, दैट कैन बी कॉल्ड एज ए इंडिविजुअल रिसोर्स। देन नेचुरल रिसोर्स, or you can say, sorry, national resources. That means those resources will be enjoyed and utilized by the entire nation together, that is owned by country or a particular region, like an army or an international trade. Global resource, all the physical and non-physical resource which are used by the human welfare, कि जो भी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस है जो पूरी दुनिया के लोगों की भलाई करने के लिए इस्तेमाल किए जा रहे हैं, those can be considered as a global resource. Why? Because those resources will be utilized by all the human beings on the planet Earth. Such resources of common ownership of all the nations of the world. Second, on the basis of reavailability. First, universal resource. That means it is available in entire universe. Useful gases in the atmosphere like oxygen, nitrogen, and everybody can use those resources. Generally available means it is easily available in any part or any corner of the world, like land, soil, water, pasture land for the animal grazing, etc. Now the rare resource, the name itself indicates, नाम ही ऐसा बता रहा है कि rare है, कहीं मिलेगा कहीं नहीं मिलेगा। Those available at a limited places, क्योंकि rare है ना, so it will be available at a limited places, like a particular mineral like coal, petroleum, it is highly available, like petroleum, it is highly available in a, you can say, the Arab countries, OPEC, यानी दुबई, ईरान, इराक, ओमान, like that way, है ना। Coal is highly available of a good quality, coal is available in Germany. At the same time, India is also having a good production of a coal. Copper, gold, है ना, gold easily available in Africa, diamonds, uranium. India is a bigger producer of a uranium in the world. So there are different minerals which nature has gifted to different nations of the world in a different quantity. क्यों? क्योंकि हर एक को अलग अलग रिसोर्सेस में मोनोपोली मिला है, तो उस वजह से हर नेशन एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरकनेक्टेड रहेंगे, जिससे उनके बीच में ट्रांजैक्शंस बढ़े, ट्रेड बढ़े और ब्रदरहुड बढ़े और इंटरनेशनल यूनिटी ग्रो हो पाए। नाउ द फोर्थ वन इज सॉलिटरी रिसोर्सेज, मिनरल्स अवेलेबल ओनली एट अ वन और टू प्लेस इन द वर्ल्ड। सिर्फ एक या दो ही जगह पे पर्टिकुलर मिनरल मिलता है और कहीं वो मिलेगा नहीं। सच इज क्रायोलाइट, that is only available in Greenland, है ना। See the different kind of colored stones which are used in order to make the ornaments and jewelries. On the basis of other criteria, the resources can be classified into two category: renewable resource and non-renewable resource. As we have discussed and learned this concept in a lower class science or a social science also, let's wrap up this little bit quickly. Some resources reproduce themselves as per their usage during a specific time. In other words, these are inexhaustible and that's why they are called as a renewable resource. कि वो रिसोर्स जिनका समय पे इस्तेमाल होने के बाद भी थोड़े समय में या कुछ समय में वो अपने आप को फिर से प्रोड्यूस कर लेते हैं। इन दैट सेंस ये कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाले हैं, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज अ रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्स। एग्जाम्पल आर solar energy, windmill energy, birds, animals, the different bioresources. But in order to get renewable resources again, we have to provide enough time, है ना, to get those resources enough matured. Second category is non renewable resource. Non मतलब ये renew हो पाएगा नहीं, once it is used, it will get exhausted, it will get over. Non-renewable resources are those which cannot be reused once they are used, or they cannot be reproduces or cannot be reformed in a near future. कि एक बार इस्तेमाल हो जाने के बाद ना तो वो फिर से बन पाएगा, ना उसका दोबारा इस्तेमाल हो पाएगा, और आने वाले फ्यूचर में भी कभी हम उसे फिर से बना पाएंगे नहीं. द एग्जाम्पल इंक्लूड्स different mineral resources, coal, natural gas and all the petroleum products. एक बार बाइक में हमने पेट्रोल डाला, फिर व्हीकल चलाया 2-3 दिन, फिर उसमें जो पेट्रोल डाला था वो एक बार स्मोक के रूप में है ना एग्जॉस्ट हो गया, फिर से उसमें से पेट्रोल बनने वाला नहीं है. वट एवर रिसोर्सेज, मिनरल, कोल, नेचुरल गैस वी आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम द बीनीथ द, जमीन के नीचे से जहाँ से भी हमें वो मिल रहा है, वो हम वहाँ से खोदते रहेंगे तो वो निकलते रहेगा, ऐसा नहीं है. इन अ नियर फ्यूचर ऑफ 5 ईयर, 10 ईयर, 15 ईयर इट विल गेट एग्जॉस्टेड. और इसी वजह से आज पूरी दुनिया डिफरेंट मिनरल नॉन रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्सेज के लिए क्राइसिस फेस कर रही है. तो ये हमारा ड्यूटी है कि हम इन रिसोर्सेज को स्मार्टली यूज़ करें और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सोलर एनर्जी, विंड एनर्जी के रिसोर्सेज को डेवलप करने की कोशिश करें. आई होप you might have enjoyed the session. Keep on revising and keep on learning. Take care.